Damn, another free limited out of reach. Why does this keep happening? Each time a free limited comes out, its stocks disappear in a flash. A new UGC limited. However, I need to play a certain game to obtain it, and it only has 5,000 copies. Time to grind. Okay, I have sunk more than 30 hours in order to obtain this UGC limited. Wait, what? No more copies available? How did it happen? It seems there's more to this than I thought. The implication behind their intentional scarcity and difficulty might be greater than one could think of. Free UGC limiteds. Sure, they are technically free. But at what cost? And is it even worth your time to get some of them? It is time, once again, to talk about something. Old Roblox events were, mostly, the only way to get free items, whether they were good or not. Since Roblox has stopped doing events, it was no longer possible to get unique items for free. That is, until the arrival of UGC. Some would include UGC items to get in their games or upload them for free. After some time, UGC limiteds got introduced, which is our main topic today, mostly the free UGC ones. But first, we'll have to delve into the small history of free UGC limiteds. Free UGC limiteds were regularly published on the catalog. However, like limiteds, they were sold in limited quantities, despite being free. This artificial scarcity was the source of many problems. The most prevalent one was botting. Some traders used bots in order to conclude trades and sort. In this case, bots were used to snatch any free limiteds that came by, which made the legit players unable to get these free UGC limiteds. Seeing this, creators started doing something else. Instead of publishing items on the catalog and in turn, risking the integrity of the UGC limited, UGC items were beginning to be tied to games more and more. Today, there's barely any free UGC limiteds being published on the catalog for mind you, these free UGC limiteds do not entirely replace Roblox events. They are technically offered for free, giving players a chance to get them without paying. But not all of them are free for everyone. Exhibit A, UGC limited exclusive for friends. Notifications concerning some UGC items are not completely accurate. Sometimes, UGC creators make free limiteds for a specific minority, associates, friends, etc. If I was a friend of this creator, I would not keep falling down repeatedly. Exhibit B, gift items. Some UGC creators give out free UGC limiteds only for those who possess a certain item. A gift item that must be bought with Robux. Failure in purchasing such items will make you unable to collect the item, join a server or even stay in a server. Now that we've brushed off the exceptions, let's focus our attention onto the obtainable free UGC limiteds. As you've guessed at the start of the video, free doesn't mean you are guaranteed to get it. Remember, limited stocks increase the feeling of FOMO, fear of missing, a feeling of urgency, a feeling that nowadays, developers abuse too much. I'll show you some games that represent the overall experience in grinding for free UGC limiteds nowadays. This is Dank Murderer 2. By the time I recorded this, I managed to get the Sapphire Blade. But not without getting pissed off. Screw this game and its greedy creator. In order to get this blade you need to complete these goals. Looks pretty easy, right? Wrong. The odds to get this item are incredibly low. And already we can see something wrong. A triple crates gamapus. Opening crates are purposely slowed down, so that you're enticed to buy the freaking skip button. Because of the low odds, player activity will be increased for the duration of the event. This becomes even more complicated, as other players like you are trying to get the item as well. Typical for this kind of game, it's a microtransaction hellhole. It wastes no time in shoving crap to your eyes. Gamapus is sold in order to facilitate progress or legit get an advantage over others. Some people are going to buy those in order to get more chances, all because of FOMO. In reality, this event is nothing more than a trap. A stunt to increase player activity and profits. Worst of all, even if you spend money on this game's currency, even if you spend money on these greedy game passes, you're still not guaranteed to get the blade, because the item is sold to you indirectly. The creator's unusual love for money makes him a great candidate to work at Activision or EA. I'd say some harsher words, but that wouldn't do much to ease my anger towards all of this. Most free UGC limiteds are merely tools, traps that are used to attract unsuspecting players. Unfortunately, it has become the norm to be a scumbag. This greed can be seen especially in simulator games. This is Punch Simulator. Another mindless clicking game. One of my friends grinded for a UGC item this game, but the stocks had almost dried up. And I did the impossible for him to get the UGC. We were unsuccessful, because as shown in the footage, UGC tasks are overly grindy on purpose. The hardest are artificially difficult. They are tedious so the player activity increases for the duration of. Because of the AFK tools available in this game, it can legit be considered a waiting game. My friend could have got the item if he spent money on this game's microtransactions. He could have opened these loot boxes, for example. He could have gambled money for a dramatic surge in power. This game is using predatory monetization, fake discounts, one-time only purchases, intrusive ads, big flashy colors, etc. It's convenient as well, because desperate players are going to spend money to acquire some of these UGC limiteds. You either pay or you suffer. The free UGC item is the hook, and you're the hungry fish. If you had to wait for a certain amount of time, doing nothing, in exchange for a limited, would you do it? It's pretty easy, as you do nothing. But how long are you willing to wait? Would you be willing to wait 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours? Would you be willing to wait for approximately 34 freaking hours for a badly shaded feed? This is Public Bathroom Simulator. It's a modern hangout game. Unfortunately, degeneracy is to be expected. Some of them are AFK, grinding out for points. Let's look at the tasks for the UGC item. Initially this doesn't seem too alarming. But upon closer inspection, this is much worse. Let's do a recap. A lot of UGC creators now use these limiteds to artificially increase player activity and profit. How? By locking them with extreme or unfair goals. Remember, artificial difficulty. These goals are designed to make you spend a lot of time in said game. And if the option is there, like Dank Murderer or Punch Simulator, people can choose to skip the grind by paying with Roblox. Most of these UGC limiteds are just a means to an end. There are creators that give free UGC limiteds behind reasonable grinds, that I do not deny. But even then, most of these UGC limiteds are not good look. The majority of these UGC limiteds are simply not worth your sanity to get them. It's a fool's errand.
Another one of those block rockin' beats.
We're about ready to rock steady.